This is Play NHL, a presentation of the Sports Crafters, airing on BOA.TV, and is an EA Sports NHL 15 simulation of what could happen in today's featured game of the National Hockey League.
Thank you for joining me, gamers and hockey fans. I am Eric Munter, Sports Crafter, playing for EA Sports NHL 15 in today's featured game of the National Hockey League.
Down at ice level here in Madison Square Garden, where I will be playing as the New York Rangers against the visiting Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers win the draw. RJ Umberger skates ahead for the Philadelphia Flyers on a dump play, and behind Lundqvist, Rangers get possession. Stepan going in after it. Claude Giroux, the captain of the Flyers, fishes it back to the point. The shot got through, was stopped by Lundqvist, who had to extend his pads. Make a good, flexible save there. Here's Zuccarello. High slot. Zuccarello shoots, it's blocked. And a penalty to Philadelphia. It's going to be an interference minor, and the Rangers are going to get the first power play of the hockey game. Face off to the right of goaltender Mason. Rangers trying to get after that puck, but it's cleared down the ice by Luke Shen. Played up. Rangers have its call Hagelin. Hagelin into Philadelphia's end, holds up. Now setting up possession in Philadelphia's end on the power play are the Rangers. Here's Hagelin. Hagelin to Nash. Nash, backside feed. Point shot deflected through traffic. Stopped by Mason, and he gathers it in for the whistle. 1:02 to go on the man advantage. It's now Brassard, the centerman for the Rangers. Linesman squares the centerman. Rangers lose the draw, but St. Louis gets possession. St. Louis, Zuccarello in front, save, rebound shot, save again by Mason. He looked around, confused for a second. Zuccarello, point play, here's Boyle. Here's McDonough, shooting, wide of the net. Held in out the line. Dan Boyle again, shoots, it's blocked. Picked up by Martin St. Louis. St. Louis, Zuccarello, open man on the backside, taken by Streit, and he clears. And that will do it. New York with a little bit of pressure on the second half of that power play. Big hit by Umberger, turned it over, shot saved by Lundqvist. Umberger in after that puck again. He's hit. Grossman on his backhand, trying to find an open lane. Umberger across, Claude Giroux, Streit shoots, saved by Lundqvist. McDonough clearing away that rebound. Leads it over to Brassard. Brassard in, Brassard with a shot, and a good glove save by Mason. 9:04 to go here in the first period. Couple good chances both ways for both teams. Dominic Moore squares. Again, the face-off to the right of goaltender Mason. Again, won by the Flyers. Luke Shen along the wall, nearly turned it over as he kicked that out into the high slot. Now brother Braden Shen moves in and he's hit. What a huge hit on him. Moore trying to move in around the hit. Did for a second, shoots, saved by Mason. He fought it off. And now Vincent Lecavalier up the left side. Lecavalier is hit hard. A lot of former Lightning players in this hockey game. Feet out in front, saved by Lundqvist. And he covers it up. What a save on Vinny Lecavalier. Lombardi squares to the right of his goaltender, Lundqvist. Face-off won by him to Girardi to Lombardi. Now ahead to Miller. Miller's in. Miller feeds it over. Was looking for an open left winger. Couldn't get it. Now Raffl has it for Philadelphia. He dumps it in. Puck free in the corner. Taken again by Raffl. He got it. Feed up high. Along the dot. Near side boards to the point. Down low. Philadelphia trying to get some pressure gone on the cycle. Shot blocked. It was Bork. And a penalty, though, to New York. Boarding the call. So the New York Rangers send the Philadelphia Flyers to the man advantage. Face-off one. Shot through traffic. Stopped by Lundqvist. High scoring chance there. Out in front. They score. With 4.6 to go in the period, Philadelphia gets a power play goal and lead it 1-0. Matt Reed with the goal from Sean Couturier and Timonen, getting the second assist. And we go to the first intermission. Flyers leading 1-0. 6-5 the shots on net after the first period in favor of the visiting Flyers. Face-offs decidedly in favor of Philadelphia, now 6-2, with the Rangers winning the opening draw of the second, but they turn it over. Flyers dump into the Rangers' end. Rangers yet to score a goal tonight and trailing the Philadelphia Flyers by a count of 1-0. Step on across, looking for Girardi. Puck comes free on the near boards. Rangers trying to get to it. They do. It's Zuccarello. He shoots, save, rebound loose in the crease. Flicks wide of the goal. Stepan gets it, feeds it to Zuccarello. He scores! Matt Zuccarello ties the game at 1. All the pressure by the Rangers finally pays off. Stepan and San Luis assist on Zuccarello's goal, tying this game at 1 early in the second. Now Brassard over for Rick Nash, who shoots, and a good save by Mason. Both those players former Blue Jackets. Face off to the right of Mason. Dominic Moore squares. Loses the draw. Kimmo Timonen to Raffle. Up ahead, it's John Moore, though, intercepting and playing to Carl Hagelin, the speedy winger for the New York Rangers. Hagelin, the feed, over, Moore with a shot save. Rebound is loose, but Couturier worked it out of pressure. On to Matt Reed, the goal scorer for Philadelphia. He's in on a free lane and scores! Second of the night! And it's 2-1 Philadelphia. Matt Reed with his second goal of the game. Sean Couturier again with the assist, the only assist. And Philadelphia has their lead right back, but the Rangers are on the attack again, looking for Nash. Nash got the puck. Nash, high slot, shoots, save. Rebound to the near side boards, Kreider. Kreider with a shot, save made there. Nash in on this rebound. Nash off the wall, shoots, it goes wide. Rangers with a good shift to answer that Flyer goal. Simmons finally gets it out for Philadelphia, and it's LeCavalier. Turned it over to Dan Girardi on a good back check. Girardi to Nash. Over to Kreider. Kreider tees one up. He scores! Tied again! Chris Kreider, it's 2-2. Kreider was set up beautifully by Rick Nash, who opened up that lane for him from a gorgeous backhand feed. Dan Girardi, the second assist, who made the play in the defensive end, fending off Vinny LeCavalier, and the game is tied at 2. Drop feed, Stepan. Here's Boyle. Danny Boyle, high slot, Boyle scores! But it's waved off. Goaltender interference to Derek Stepan. And so Philadelphia will go back to the power play, 1-for-1 with 2 shots. Face-off win to the point. Works it across. Traffic shot there is blocked by Nash. Nash to Moore on the wing. Moore looking for Nash. Tried to feed it across to him. Is broken up by Couturier. Now to Reed. Vincent LeCavalier. He's hit as he dumped it in. Rangers get to it first. McDonough tried to get it out. Could not. Flyers have it. Reed in the slot. They score! LeCavalier! It's 3-2 Flyers on the power play goal. New York thought they had taken the lead. Instead, they took a goaltender interference penalty. And Vincent LeCavalier makes them pay as the Flyers score on the resulting man advantage and take a 3-2 lead into the second intermission. 12-8, the shots on net in favor of the hometown Rangers, but they trail the Flyers 3-2. Rangers win the opening draw, something they have not been good at tonight, winning faceoffs. Stepan teed one up and broke the stick of the Flyer defenseman on that shot. Umberger now skates ahead. Open man, it's Claude Giroux, the captain. Save made by Lundqvist. Lundqvist was out at the top of his crease, challenging well. And now Zuccarello for New York. Zuccarello makes a move, feeds it to Stepan. Stepan is hit. Grossman laid him out. Strike to Umberger. Umberger, right by the Rangers bench, takes a hit. Now Stepan over San Luis. He shoots, save. Rebound loose in the slot, taken away. And cleared to Voracek. He's hit as he played it to Grossman. R.J. Umberger to Jakub Voracek. Back to Umberger again to Voracek again. A lot of give and goes. Open man taken by McDonough. San Luis to Zuccarello. Rangers break out. Open man. Stepan shoots. Flicked wide. Rebound to Strike. Up ahead to Voracek. Furious pace to begin this one. Back and forth. Jakub Voracek to Vincent LeCavalier. LeCavalier holds. Plays it over and in front. A chance for Philadelphia. Couldn't get a shot away though. Nearly loose. Now it's Shen. McDonald. LeCavalier. He's hit. Rangers break it out. Trailing by a goal with under 10 to play in this one. They need one to tie. Zuccarello feeds Danny Boyle. Boyle, a shot up high, blocked and taken now by Wayne Simmons. Simmons into the Rangers end. Free lane now towards Lundqvist. He shoots and a good save by Lundqvist. Rangers can't get it beyond center. Braden Shen blocked that pass, and now Simmons is back in again. He shoots, it goes wide. Kreider on McDonald, across to LeCavalier. Hit the post! McDonald again to LeCavalier again. His shot goes wide. Nearly bounded in front of the net. Open man there was LeCavalier. Oh, what a shift for Vincent LeCavalier. Under a minute to play in this one. Over Nash. High slot. Rick Nash shooting. Saved by Mason. Taken back by the Flyers. Voracek over. Shooting. Save made there by Lundqvist. Umberger to Voracek again. Good defense by Stahl. Rangers break it out. Rick Nash into the Flyers' end. Rick Nash, open man backside. They score! With 34 to go. New York has tied the game at 3. Derek Brassard set up beautifully by Rick Nash. Mark Stahl gets a second assist. And Nash, who has a couple of brilliant passes that set up New York goals tonight, gets a key one there to tie this game up. But now it's Vincent LeCavalier. LeCavalier looking for an open teammate. Flicks it in front. And a save off the stick of Simmons by Lundqvist. Back to the point. Out in front, open man again. Lundqvist makes a save. Open man on the backside. Philadelphia with all the pressure, and it's cleared by New York. All the way down the ice, and this is going to be icing. No, it's waved off. 2 seconds and 1. And we're going to go to overtime here in New York, tied at 3. The shots are 15-13 in favor of the New York Rangers. They got the tying goal late, and I mean late in the third, courtesy of Rick Nash to Derek Brassard, the man currently with the puck. High slot, shoots, blocked. Colburn plays to Voracek. Now ahead to the captain, Claude Giroux. Giroux who's in home free, and a good back check there by the Rangers. Brassard now skating it all by himself into the Flyers' end. Brassard looking for an open teammate. Found it in Ryan McDonough. McDonough tees it up. He scores! Ryan McDonough blasts it past Mason, and the New York Rangers have defeated the Philadelphia Flyers here in overtime 4-3.
Thank you for joining me for today's featured game. Be sure to subscribe and comment to let me know who your favorite team is and what game you'd like to see. Also, don't forget to go out and get EA Sports NHL 15 for your gaming console. And of course, be sure to join me for another game at another time.
The proceeding has been brought to you by EA Sports NHL 15. Catch all new simulations of featured games from Play NHL on the Sports Crafters, airing on www.boa.tv.